Diretor da NASA, ex-senador e ex-astronauta do ônibus espacial Challenger, revela que os Estados Unidos estão preocupados com a possibilidade de civilizações de outros planetas não serem amistosas. Algo grande está por vir. Clarence William Bill Nelson II é um político e astronauta estadunidense, que foi senador pelo estado da Flórida de 2001 até 2019. Viajou ao espaço entre 12 de janeiro e 18 de janeiro de 1986, no ônibus espacial Challenger, no último voo de sucesso desta nave, antes do desastre em janeiro de 1986. É desde maio de 2021, o administrador da NASA no governo Biden. Suas entrevistas estão sendo reveladoras e, ao mesmo tempo, indicam nova retórica estadunidense sobre os fenômenos aéreos não identificados. O governo norte-americano já admite ao público não ter o controle sobre essas aparições, e que tratam como questão de segurança nacional. Há de fato sinais de que algo muito grande pode ocorrer e as Forças Armadas norte-americanas se preparam militarmente com o seu novo braço armado, a Força Espacial. Veremos a seguir as entrevistas reveladoras do diretor Bill Nelson a canais dos Estados Unidos.
Larry, before we leave, I hadn't even talked about the search for extraterrestrial life. What do you think? What do you think we're doing on Mars? What do you think we're looking for life? This is a part of NASA's mission. That's what this telescope is going to be looking for. Are there other planets elsewhere that there is life? Now, I know what you've seen is what those Navy pilots saw in 2004, and there have been some 300 sightings since then. And I've talked to those pilots, and they know they saw something, and their radars locked onto it. And then all of a sudden it was here on the surface, and then it's there. And they don't know what it is, and we don't know what it is. We hope it's not an adversary here on Earth that has that kind of technology. But it's something. And so this is a mission that we're constantly looking. Who is out there? Who are we? How did we get here? How did we become as we are? How did we develop? How did we civilize? And are those same conditions out there in a universe that has billions of other suns in billions of other galaxies? It's so large, I can't conceive it.
You anticipated one of the questions that I have here because it was suggested to me by many different people. They did want your comment on what you think the fighter pilot saw. I think most people saw that 60 Minutes piece, and there were a lot of newspaper pieces about whether or not it was Russia or China, or perhaps more likely, some extraterrestrial intelligent beings. What is your theory? You've heard a lot of options. Which one do you think is the most credible, if you can choose?
Larry, I don't know the answer to that, but I do know this, that my personal opinion is that the universe is so big, and now there are even theories that there might be other universes. And if that's the case, who am I to say that planet Earth is the only location of a life form that is civilized and organized like ours? But I'll tell you what that makes me think. I better be a better steward of what we have, because we're messing it up. And we're messing it up just the way we're treating each other. And so I know what my mission is: to be a better steward of this planet and be a better citizen of planet Earth. But are there other planet Earths out there? I certainly think so, because the universe is so big.
And of course, Einstein believed in parallel universes. So that's good enough for me if Einstein believed in it. And he inspired a lot of Rod Serling's Twilight Zones. So it is amazing when you think about it, and what may be there that we can discover. And of course, we always want America to be at the forefront. That's what you're doing. This has been so inspiring. I think for everybody who is watching and listening, it certainly has been inspiring.
Do you think that we have been contacted by extraterrestrials?
Well, I have talked to those Navy pilots, and they are sure that they saw something real. And of course, we've seen their video from their jets. What is it? We don't know. So now that I'm here at NASA, I've turned to our scientists. And I've said, would you, looking at it from a scientific standpoint, see if you can determine so that we can have a better idea? We don't know if it's extraterrestrial. We don't know if it's an enemy. We don't know if it's an optical phenomenon. We don't think so because of the characteristics that those Navy jet pilots described as they saw it move around.
We're going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west.
The bottom line is we want to know, and that's what we're trying to do.
What do you think it is? I mean, what's your personal take on it?
I don't have an idea. That's why I turned to our scientists.
And what have they said to you?
Well, they're looking into it. Would you like me to call you when I get an answer?
Please, because I want to know just as much as you want to know, just as much as the public wants to know.
Of course.
And you know, the Pentagon, they will soon release their report on UFOs. But when people think of mysterious things flying in the sky and aliens, they think of NASA. So what have you guys been briefed about in terms of this report? Have you been involved in any way?
I was actually briefed on this a couple of years ago in my capacity on the Senate Armed Services Committee. NASA appropriately is going to look at it through the lens of its scientists, and that's what we're doing.
But do you think the agency should be more involved at this point?
Well, we are, and I've started it. I've been here a month, and I've started it.
And are you guys working with the Pentagon then on that report?
We are not directly working with them, but I can guarantee you if we find something, the Pentagon will want to know.
O diretor da NASA alerta. Estão lá em cima, e nós não sabemos o que é. Esperamos que não seja um adversário aqui na Terra que tenha essa tecnologia. Será que de fato existe um risco ao termos contato com civilizações de outros mundos? Será que entraremos em guerra interplanetária? Queremos saber de você. O que mais eles escondem de nós? Escreva nos comentários o que acha. O link desse material e das fontes está disponível na descrição do vídeo. Não esqueça de escrever o que achou da matéria nos comentários, e indique outros assuntos que você tem interesse. Acesse nosso canal e assista a outras matérias interessantes, e não esqueça de compartilhar com os amigos. Se você gostou do conteúdo, curta e compartilhe, inscreva-se em nosso canal, e ative o sininho de notificações, para nos ajudar a divulgar ainda mais sobre o assunto.